um, I need something off my chest. It's about my brother, Daniel Andre Muñiz. I heard he's retiring from the Navy. I am happy for him. I'm glad for him, but he's going to be staying in Japan. I, like I said, I care for him so much that I'll let certain things slide. But there are certain things you're not going to get away with. First of all, um, let me get to that point. About little over a week or so ago, he has seen our family in Germany. Um, I very rarely speak to him. My mom has spoken to him, but things has happened on a very personal level that I don't want to say. Very personal. And he goes there and texts my mom. Somehow he has her phone number saying, um, you should start talking to them again. They're very nice people, yada, yada, yada. Nothing's happened or whatever. And all of a sudden, trying to make things hunky dory. My mom, being a bigger person, said, okay, fine, whatever. Texting back, I'm glad that you met them. Which he doesn't know why, which he did not know that they're in bad speaking terms. Because we're on bad speaking terms with him. I don't care if anybody shows this to family or whatever, because I'm probably going to tag him in this anyway and all that. Because here's what I have a problem with. My brother and I are pretty much somewhat like night and day. Um, I don't want that type of attention of getting in trouble for certain things. See how far I can push a certain envelope until something happens. In our home in the 80s and 90s, uh, we hit our spankings, you know, and it's to a point where, uh, if my cousins could say, and all that, we did have our spankings. Danny is the one that was always getting into crap. They ain't no big secret. He was always into crap of what he was doing. I'll say this: some of the stuff I did get into with him. Some it was very few. It's like maybe 1 out of 10 things, or maybe even 20. But most of the stuff that he wanted to do was just going a little too far, especially as a teenager when he was in high school. Like I said, growing up with him, um, it was just one of those things. Like, am I going to get in trouble with him today, uh, or whatever? Just being around him because, like I said, Daddy likes to push things with certain people with certain things, and he doesn't know how to pick people. It's like, hey, this guy's doing the cool thing, though. Let me go with him and be with the cool kid. Then all of a sudden, he's in trouble for what he's doing and what he's not doing. Okay, he was hanging around with somebody and get into a fight with him, and next thing you know, after my parents have told him, uh, at a very young age, don't be around with somebody that's gonna get you in trouble like that, and he does it again. So I'm getting in trouble because since I'm the older brother and we're going to the same school, then I'm supposed to be watching him, making sure he doesn't do that type of stuff. And all I could do is just watch, not babysit him. I'm letting him know, don't do those type of things, and he does the complete opposite. Even as teenagers, even growing up to be up to adults. I'll give you a very perfect example because people put it in my face and all that. He was 16, 17 years old. Somebody we know introduced him to somebody that could give him a tattoo. My parents don't like tattoos and this and that or whatever. If you're going to get a tattoo, you got to move out the house. We should be respecting our parents' things of being in the house. I have a tattoo myself. I wear mainly pants, but I do have it mainly covered up, mainly most of the year. Most of the year. But I have a reason why I have mine. And with these tattoos that my brother has, he has, at that time, he had the one. Uh, he had one starting off on his arm. From here to down to his elbow. It was a she devil with her butt hanging out, dominatrix style, with whips. My parents didn't find out for months. I mean, months. And he had an anarchy sign on his shoulder blade. Parents found out about it. As a parent, I myself would have done exactly what my dad would have done. Did he whip his ass? You damn right he whipped his ass. Because as an adult, where my dad is at, thinking and knowing that there's a certain type of law where when you find out that there's a minor that has tattoos like that, they could ditch you for it, fine you for the stupid shit. If that kid doesn't say where he got it from. My brother never said where he got it from. My dad found out, as well as my mom, that he had tattoos, and they wanted to. He didn't want to show him that he has tattoos because it wasn't that somebody stitched him out. People at the church that we were going to snitched him out and saw him walking down the street with his tattoo out, showing it off. Did my dad lit him up? Like I said, he lit him up, literally. I do not blame him. I do not. Danny, if you're watching this, I do not blame Dad for lighting you up that way. Just like you don't blame your friend when our dad was whipping you because of those tattoos. when your friend Everardo came in, held our dad down, and broke his cheekbone while you ran off for 2 weeks. You ran away off then. Our parents were very strict and very firm. They were not abusive. If you did not do what you're supposed to be doing as a kid and not to get yourself in trouble, and you want to get in trouble, you're going to pay. As a teenager, as an adult, he always got himself into bullshit trouble. Tattoos, uh, stealing crap. You know, it got to a point where he was an adult. He didn't know what the hell to do. He had one job that they're training him for something, and he was just going to be there temporarily. But since he wasn't getting a raise for the job, he just walks off the job, and he asks everybody else for cigarette money, or get cigarettes. It got as bad that we graduated high school. He wasn't doing anything. He says he's been looking for work and this and that or whatever. I don't know if he was or not, but he would actually hang around with his friends and all that than anything else. That will get him in trouble. That was gonna do stuff. What he has done. What is it? My dad used to have a routine. He used to come in, and we used to have an entertainment center type of thing where you just put your keys and wallet and all that on. We had one of those. That's what my dad put up: his keys, his wallet, his glasses. The next morning, my dad is going freaking nuts around the house looking for his wallet. And let me mind you, this is in 2003. 2002. I'm sorry, 2002. What my brother has done, my dad's looking for his wallet. No, I don't see it, Dad. I gotta go. I got something else to do. I got something more important to do. What the hell you mean you got something more important to do? You ain't working. You don't have a job. Where are you supposed to go? I gotta go. I gotta go. So I helped him, and my dad was just gonna leave without his wallet. Hopefully they don't ask for his ID. Since he is a bus operator, he drives a bus. You need a special license for a bus, and if they ask you for your license for a bus before you even operate one, you have to have one. He was gonna my dad's looking everywhere. My brother went to the bathroom like he does usually, so he doesn't want to do anything. I mean, he just jets out the house right after he goes to the bathroom. My mom went into the bathroom after he did and saw stuff, plastic stuff in the bathroom, in the toilet. When my brother was leaving, my dad is wondering why is that Danny was putting something in the trash if he didn't get anything. My dad went to go see. He found his wallet in the trash. He grabbed it. He looked, didn't see where the wallet was, his ID was, because it was gone. He went inside, took his keys, and went to go track him down and picked him up and brought him back. My dad didn't know what to do. The plastic pieces that was in the toilet clogged up the toilet. And my dad found his ID bent and cut up with scissors or something because he's trying to get rid of the evidence that he had my father's wallet. And not even just that, he took his money. The reason what my brother said why he did it, everybody here owes me something because all I do here is absolutely nothing and watching my little sister where everybody's at work. I'm sorry, you're the older brother. I'm older than him. It is our responsibility to be watching out our younger siblings and so on and so forth and treat them right instead of doing the crap what he was doing. And he's an adult at this point. He's 19. He just turned 19. There's days I was scared to go to work because I actually walked in on him. He had a dog leash on our German Shepherd, my sister's dog, in the living room. He's on the ottoman, the footstool, and we had this like plant hooks in the living room, and he's trying to hang the dog from the leash to that hook. And he's all like, "Oh, I want to see if the dog could get out." When I confronted his stupid ass about it. He wasn't prepared to do certain things that people were saying that he is. He said our dad has completely abused him growing up, which he did not. Said that he kicked his ass because he doesn't look Puerto Rican enough. He wasn't brown enough, which is completely fucking bullshit. I see something different because every time we go to a store, he'll always ask to go get something, and 1 out of 4 times every time we go, he gets what he wants in the store. I don't ask because I knew that I'm gonna find either something better or it's just whatever. I already grew up a little too quick to know that we didn't have enough stuff. Didn't have enough being financially stable to be where we're at. I knew that he didn't care. If he asked him to go do something for you, he wanted you uh to pay him to go get something. Hey, can you go get me a pack of cigarettes? Oh, you gotta give me a soda or you gotta buy me a pack. But yeah, when he asked you to go give him uh to go get him a pack, he didn't want nothing to do with it. He's like, why the hell should I do that for? If I've been doing it for free for you for years. He exaggerates everything. If you're family and you're watching this, he's been saying the same thing about you, that you have abused him, that you seen and knew that he was being abused, and you guys didn't do anything. You may seem cool and all that online, but yet what he's telling everybody else, why he's haven't been around, because he went out and cockamamie another story to other people. I know he did, because people used to tell me all the time, uh, on things like MySpace a long time ago. Why did you guys do that to abuse Danny like that? Made Danny quit his jobs so he could stay home and watch the little baby sister all the time. I don't know about anybody else, but here's my story on that part. My sister and my brother weren't so good with each other. Here is a full grown man teasing a little girl that's not even 10, 9, 8, or 7, and teasing her like he's 12, like a little immature kid. I am dead serious because when he had to go watch her, it was either she'll stay there and she'll be quiet and watch TV, or he'll be in the living room watching his TV while she's in her room playing in her room because they don't get along. That is true honest fact. That is true honest shit right there. She always wanted to hang out with me. She always wanted to do stuff with me and everything else most of the time. It's fine when all three of us are together, but yet sometimes I had to be uh, a real big authority figure because my brother will be on my sister like a little immature kid. I'm like, don't be doing that here in the store, out in public. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry to say, if your family, he's talking shit about you. I know he has. I wish I had the emails and everything what these people have been saying about us. Danny, when he has moved out, almost all the time, I need this. I need that. I need this. Usually it's him and my dad on the phone. I need this. I need that. I need help with this. When he needed help with certain things, my dad was always like, you know what, son? Here, every time I went to go teach you how to do stuff, you always right off and did this and this and this and this and this. And first thing Daddy says is that, well, Stephen always volunteered to help. I will say, for a fact, that is not true. Danny used to run off every single time, saying he has to be with friends. He has to do this. He has to do that. Even as kids, he always did it. My father taught me how to use tools before the age of 10. I learned how to change a tire by the age of 11. Since my dad wasn't the best mechanic that there is, he did teach me how to do some of the absolute basic things of checking liquids and making sure like the the belts and all that are all right for us to use for our car to keep it maintained a certain way. My father taught me that. He wanted to teach my brother, but he ran off and did his shit. He never wanted to learn. You don't teach me, Dad. If you know Danny from church when we were teenagers, yes, he went to outreaches. He did this. He did that. He did everything that what a God fearing man should do. because of one reason. It was easier for him to do that type of stuff than what he needed to do at home to help out. On my sister's birthday, we went to Disneyland. We told my brother we're gonna come home about 11 or 12. There's no way we're gonna be past there that certain type of night. So we left. My dad paid him $100. Do whatever you need to do, but when I come home, house has to be spotless. I mean, by the time we left the house, it was like uh dawn was coming up. The sun was coming up. So he had all day to do it. We come home, the house is completely destroyed. 11 o'clock at night, we had been not home all day. 18 hours, we were pretty much gone. We left very early in the morning to do whatever we need to do in the morning. We had breakfast, we had this, we had to take the long drive to go get there and everything else. And we waited for the park to be open, and when we got into the park, we did whatever we needed to do at the park all day for my sister's birthday. And we come home, and he had done nothing at home except make a big old giant mess. And you know what he did? He argued with my dad that you guys didn't tell me when you were coming home. My dad stayed up all night for my brother because he was taking his sweet time to clean up. And if you want to say that he was a kid, guess again. He was 20. A couple of months later, he started working with me at my job, where I was at. Not even a year later, he worked at somewhere else, which I was glad he was working at. A couple of years after that, he moved out for whatever. But when he moved out, he was talking crap about me. But you know what? You know what I did? When he moved out to his place for a couple of years, he even asked me, even not let my parents know. And he and I, we used to hang out after he moved out. Because he said he'd miss my dad, so he used to talk to our father. We did a lot of things together. What had happened throughout that time, every time we were talking and hanging out, I need this, I need that. Usually it was always money. We gave it to him. In 2007, our father has died. He came in. He got there. He changed. He changed his clothes. He got out of his uniform. He changed his clothes. He got dressed and this and that. Not even 2 hours he was there. He went to go hang around with his friends. Alright. Sorry. Yeah, right after, like I said, 2 hours after he came home, our father just died. Changed. went out with his friends all night. The next day, made somewhat of an appearance at my grandmother's house while we're all grieving still. I got something else to do. He only saw our grandmother for 5 minutes till somebody picked him up. To hang out all day and all night and all day. Third day, we had to prepare do things, the plans for the funeral. Spend time there, most of the day there. What do you think he did? Now, here's what really hurts. The viewing. He was there all day. The funeral. He was there. The next day, after the funeral, where he had to leave and go, he was with his friends all day. He came home and he said, I have to go. I'll see you guys later. That was the very last time I ever saw my brother. February 10th or 11th. It was a Monday. No, it wasn't Monday. It was a Tuesday or Wednesday. It was the last time I saw my brother. Here I am, struggling, trying to get things together. I am paying the bills. I am doing everything I need to do. And I had to make sure that things with him was okay. Because things happen in the Navy. He has no money. And we were stupid enough to give him money. And he says, we have never given him anything. But you know what? I missed something there, and let me get to it. As you guys well know, when you go into the Navy, there ain't certain tattoos or anything that you need, that you cannot have when you go into the Navy. Or any military at all. He had a she-devil here, and an anarchy sign on his back shoulder. If you don't believe me, ask family that's seen it. Ask his friends before he went into the Navy if they have seen it. He has the scar of the anarchy sign still back there. When he came home and said he was going to go join the Navy, the recruiter made me pay for the cover-up tattoo that didn't pass back here. For 3 days or 4, I had paid for that cover-up tattoo. Straight. That one didn't pass. Next day I went to pay the other one. That didn't pass. So I'm paying already for 3 already. Because a recruiter wasn't gonna get that tattoo out of his pocket. So the 4th one, I paid. It passed. The she-devil that he had here had to cover up her butt. Looked stupid, but it got covered. The anarchy sign, stupid crap happened what he said, and it made no sense. And I knew that they knew it was bullshit, and I told them why. And guess what? It didn't pass those times, so I had to pay for the other cover ups. You know what the last cover up was? A big old black square, and you could see the scar of the Anarchy logo through that. They didn't want to go through, and some high-ranking person in the military saw it and said, "Let him pass if he's gonna go through all this shit to do that." And he had to go put a bikini on another she devil on his other arm. When he moved out, he had another tattoo that had to be covered. I paid for that too. After our dad died, I was going through my depression and all that what I was going through. But somebody has helped me out, saved my life. Thank you very much. And what had happened was that I paid for a new computer and found out about this MySpace a couple months before. Got a computer and I paid it off right when the bill came in. Hey, Danny, help me with MySpace and this and that or whatever. Got my MySpace. While I'm checking out on MySpace, and I saw photos of my brother that I had never seen before. Ooh, he went to these concerts. Wait, what? And I'm looking at the dates because you know how it has a little date on the corner of the things on there and all that. What? Wait, what? And I'm thinking, and it clicked. My father and I were not paying my brother's rent or bills. We were paying his rent. We were paying him to have fun on our dime. I got furious because now I have been used for years by this guy, and it pissed me off. Did I confront him about it over the phone? Yes. Who wouldn't? These ain't hundreds of dollars, not including the tattoos and all that said he was going to pay me back for. Thousands. What I put into those tattoos to cover that up, and the guy knew because my brother told him straight out they'd cover up tattoos so I could go into the Navy, and he jacked up the price on me. $5,000 for tattoos. The bills I was paying when I added it all up, oh God, it was just thousands of dollars. And I'm the one that was getting paid less than he was on the two manager jobs that he was doing. While he got into the Navy, and after my dad has passed, sometime later, while he was talking to my mom on the phone one day, you guys did this to me. You guys treated me like shit. You guys abused me. You guys did this. You guys did that. What are you talking about? I was the innocent one in this and that. I talked to family still and blah, 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 blah. I had to stop. I had to go check. Are you guys still speaking to him? No, I haven't. We haven't spoken to him. They haven't seen my brother since the funeral. Face to face. not online or whatever, because what he's doing online, what he's telling everybody else, is completely out of whack. When for a little time he was over in Greece and Italy and this and that or whatever, he met a girl, and I guess she found out the truth about him and left him. I don't know why. I just heard from other sources that she found the truth about something about Danny, and it involved people such as myself and my mother. What somebody was trying to say, and this is hearsay, is that after my father died, my mother died, and I didn't want to see him anymore. And I guess she found out somehow that he had lied or whatever, that whatever he was saying wasn't true, and left him and said, and told him pretty much straight out, if you're going to be lying to me like this, how can it be working out if we were actually wasn't married? I don't know. Like I said, it is hearsay. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know anything about it, but that's what I hear. I was going through my struggles a year or so later, trying to get help from my brother. Hey, can you give me this? I'm not working at this point and this and that. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Help. I helped you. Help me. He doesn't have anything. And I'm like, everything you're getting is absolutely free. And I'm all like, how can you not help me out? This is where we start having the trouble. You have not done nothing for me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Did I not cover up your tattoos for you to be in the Navy? I brought it up because when he says, you have done nothing for me, I knew something was already wrong. He's all like, what you guys have done to me was completely abuse. And that's when I said, what are you talking about? He's like, you know what I'm talking about. He brought up things as my Aunt Nancy, Betsy, Yvette, Francis. He has brought up every single one of those names up. And trying to say that they were talking shit about me and my mom and my sister. And yes, they admitted that my father had abused Danny and didn't want to say it because they were scared of my father. Uh-oh. Right after that, a little bit before that, right after that, I put on there. So that's why people are saying that about these things. They're all in the Navy that you know, huh? He's all like, what? Here. I showed him a screenshot. Danny said this.